Many of you have asked, what are we going to do with our goats when we get our milk cow? Well, I'm about to answer that question for you. So the question is, are we selling them? Are we keeping them? And the answer is both. Good morning. We currently have 9 goats, and our homestead can sustain nine goats, but there are a few that we aren't as fond of as the others, and we can do with just a few less. So Lovey here, she's a great goat, she's sweet, but she's not as productive as Coco or quite as friendly. She's not unfriendly, she just isn't quite as friendly. And then Winter as well, we're gonna be selling her. She's a beautiful goat, but we gotta make choices. At the very least, also gonna be selling Miss Lady here. The only reason is because, like I said, we have to make choices, and she's not quite as friendly as Rosie. I mean, obviously look at her, she's pretty friendly. And her mama here, Coco, is a wonderful producer, so the likelihoods are that she will be a good producer. This is Lady's twin Rosie. She has 2 little white roses on her side. And she's a little more friendly, so we've decided to keep her for now. For now, we're keeping all of our Nubians.
No. Flopsy.
It's okay, it's just what goats do. Why, you may ask, would we keep any of our goats when we're about to get a milk cow, a Jersey cow, that can produce gallons and gallons of milk? Well, let me show you the #1 reason I would recommend having goats, especially on a new homestead. As we've shown you a couple of times before, this is why having goats on your homestead is about more than just milk. We have waist-high and head-high brambles all the way up into these woods, all along this pasture here. It's hard to see it, but there is a whole nother pasture right here just waiting to be uncovered by our goats.
Look how you like it. I made it lower. Good job.
Good job.
The grown-ups couldn't even get this tree down. But she got a tree down.
Yes, she did.
In a few seconds they finished this branch.
Yeah, quickly they'll eat that.
I'm putting down branches for them to eat. Nibble on and eat. Poor Lovey. Poor Lovey.
She's too short.
She's too short. I think this is walnut.
Why do you think that?
Because it smells like walnut.
You have a good smeller. So this is kind of where the goats have been, or the edge is even shorter over here. And this is where the goats have not been. All of this is going to be pasture for us as we reclaim it with our goats. They will have this knocked down within the day. This is a wonderfully effective way to expand the pasture on your property. However, it is work heavy and time consuming because we do have to move the goats basically every day. We've been focusing on our pasture fence these last weeks, but eventually we will have a 5-strand barbed wire fence around this whole property. And then it'll be easier to rotate them through paddocks because we won't have to set up an entire fence system every time we rotate them. Ooh, while I was gone milking the goats and moving them out to pasture, look what happened. All these beautiful babies got a new place to live. They were quickly growing out of the other brooder. I bet they love having so much space.
This is all the milkweed that I pulled out of the pasture. I wanted to show you all this. I checked every one for caterpillars. I probably missed one or two. The monarch caterpillars love to eat this otherwise toxic plant. But we're about to cut our field for hay, so I wanted to get this mass of poisonous plants out of the field. So we're throwing this out in the woods to compost, but we'll keep a few to feed our monarch caterpillars. Do you want to take this one and put it in there?
The tiny caterpillars that we saved off the milkweed have gotten a lot bigger, and they've eaten all the milkweed from in here, so we're going to give them some more. I also wanted to show you that one of our chrysalises emerged this morning. Fresh milkweed. I wanted to show you our silky eggs are in the brooder, so 21 days from today, hopefully we will have beautiful baby silkies hatching out. Thirsty?
I am thirsty.
I want to come see what you've done.
Okay.
This is impressive. So you have this ready to go for the electric?
Yeah, I think so.
And you have this one? Is it all ready? Is it ready to put the wire up?
Wire. I think it's gonna work.
So are we ready to get the cow basically?
We have to put the wire up first.
How long will that take?
I think 2 hours.
Okay. Wow.
It's time to release the butterfly into the wild. Its wings are dry and it's been flying around in the cage, and so it's time to let it go. There he goes. There she goes. Flying beautifully.
Is she going to Mexico?
She's going all the way to Mexico. All the way to Mexico.
You, why, Michael?
It's true.
I think first she'll find herself a nice snack.
We just finished up dinner. We had tacos. It's about 6:40. I'm putting a couple of kids to bed, and then me and the girls are gonna head out and finish planting the garden. Well, hopefully finish planting the garden. Are you gonna go to bed? What are you gonna do?
I look at you going.
It's bedtime for you. Well, come on then. I need your help. I'm quite ambitious in my gardening goals tonight, and I'm doing this by myself because Art's finishing the fence for the cow. We'll see what gets done. Do you like my farm wagon? It's a double bob, but you know, you gotta improvise on the homestead. Y'all are probably gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm actually gonna plant onions in between my potatoes. My potato rows are really, really far apart. So I looked it up, and it's really fine to companion plant onions and potatoes, which is kind of fascinating to me because you're really not supposed to store them together. Now, I know a lot of you are probably gonna say it's too late to plant onions, it's the wrong time of year. And that may be true, that's what I thought too. But the old timers down the road all just put their onions in that look just like this, so I thought I would give it a try too. I mean, I paid $6 for all these onions, so I feel like it's a worthy price for an experiment. Okay, I got one row of onions planted. The sun has gone down. You know what that means? It's time to go right back where we started and put the goats up for the night.
We're going hunting on a hunting trip. Can we show the open path? Yeah.
What are you hunting for?
Deer.
All right.
Deer. Yeah. I got a stab sword.
May your hand be swift and your arrow be straight. Good luck on your journey.
Come on. Bye, Mama.
Bye.
We'll shock you.
Is it that strong?
Oh, yeah.
Look at this fence. Have they touched it yet?
No.
This is amazing. You did it.
Go there.
Imagine if I would have just fenced it all like this.
It would have been a whole different experience.
3 days.
It was another great day on the homestead. We will see you guys in tomorrow's video.